Giving it all we got, giving it all we can, giving it all we got. Oh, climbing up to the top of the world, no fear, we're gonna make it. Everything we want is ours. Whoa.
Well, hey, good morning. How you doing? How you doing? Uncle Craig here on the farm in Thailand with my cat. Hey, cat. Meow. Not interested? Yeah, he followed me over here, tripping me. Why do they do that? Constantly get under your feet trying to trip you, man. You know, they try and make you fall down so you're on their level. What is it? I don't know. But I got out of the house this morning early and I went back to bed. So now it's about 11 o'clock. Did some computer work. And which reminds me, I have to pull out my security camera outfit that an outfit, but system that I brought with me from America, which was bought in China, so it doesn't matter. So 220, 120, or whatever, 240, 120, don't matter. Anyway, because I have my pond cam over there. For some of you, you might have caught a couple of live streams I did with my pond cam testing. And it's on right now, actually. It works, but I can't let it stream 24/7 because the type of camera it is and the app that's attached to it times out. Like, you know, if there's no activity, which I don't know what that means. I think because it's really a different kind of security cam. It's one you screw in like a light socket. So I believe it looks for you to, you know, open the app and use the camera, and then it comes on or whatever. It doesn't just stream all the time. So I think the maximum I saw in the settings, it had 15, 30, and 45 minutes. So basically it could only stream for, you know, I guess the maximum about 45 minutes by itself. Although I think I was testing it and it was only running like 30 minutes or something before it timed out. Now if I was watching it on the computer, I could real quickly just click and it would time itself again. But because the software, OBS software, streaming software, is linked to YouTube, that connection disconnects. So I actually have to create a new stream in order for it to view again on YouTube. But I remember, of course, that I have my security camera. You know, it's got whatever 8 cameras and stuff. You know, and although that's a hardline thing, it's not wireless. So I would, you know, wherever the cameras are, I have to run the wire, audio and video cables out to it. So I can't do it all over the property because I'm not going to lay that kind of wire. But, you know, fair enough. I do have a security camera here, it takes care of this part, and I could just use that one somewhere else, you know, to dial in, that kind of thing. But I was thinking I could use my security, my old security system, and just hook it up on that side, like for the shop house and the shop and the, you know, small knockdown or whatever, and then crab shack out there. So I'm gonna try. I should, for all intentional purposes, I should be able to hook up the cameras out there, and then that system is 24/7 because it just records, you know, basically records for like 2 weeks and then rolls over on the hard drive, but it's always on. And then it actually has an IP address. So, and I know just from the OBS software, and it's linked to YouTube, it'll respond better with an IP address camera. And then I could basically have maybe one or more 24/7 nature cams. So initially I thought, you know what, I should have a cam that points over the pond, because that's where all the nature happens, and then over that pond as well, because you know that pond is the pond where there's a bee right here. Get out of here, bro. That pond is the one with the snakes that eat the fish and that kind of stuff. So you know, both ponds have I think some interesting stuff. And I remember, you know, when I lived in California watching YouTube and stuff like that, I watched a number of channels that were just stream the camera all the time, nature cams. Bear Cam, they got that one that's always on the falls or whatever there in Washington, where the grizzlies catch all the salmon and eat all the salmon. There's always like 10 bears out there on that camera. Dang, man. And that's all night, all day. And as a matter of fact, speaking of night, this camera, it has like floodlight, little LED floodlights around it, and I can turn that on like at night. But at night, you really only see, you know, you kind of see the lilies, but you don't see night vision, you know. And then you see a lot of the bugs that stream in front of the light, because if you turn the light on, the bugs will come to it, right? But my old security cameras, those are all, they night vision, no problem. I can see at night, it's not dark. So that'd be cool, because you know, night vision on the pond, that's a whole another set of activity that goes on out there, right? Am I shaking that? I'm resting this on my hip, so I'm probably moving it. But one of the things I was going to share also, this morning I took delivery, another Lazada delivery, and this is 50 meters, supposed to be 50 meters of LED solar lighting. And what I plan on doing, I'm gonna see how I can do that over there, is on my sala that's being built. It's really just a sala without a roof right now, but I measured it, so I should be able to run this lighting all the way down the bridge and around the whole sala, and then back down the bridge. So I should be able to outline the whole thing with this LED lighting, with a solar controller, remote control as well. And so that'd be cool, because it's sunnier than heck right now. So if I get it set up now, then it should be lit up tonight, which is cool. I'd like to see that out there. You know, that's just me. But anyway, let's see, my cat ran after something. She's gonna go kill something. Yeah, speaking of kill, in that last video, that bird, I was thinking about that. You know, I think the bird was hiding underneath the overhang from the rain and stuff. And you know how they squat down when they are resting or whatever? He probably squatted down and his wings slipped between the wall and the tin, and he couldn't get it out. And he tried and tried until he died. Because if the cats would have got him, if the cats were, they would have torn it up. They would have ate him. You know, they would have ate him. My cats eat birds as a subsistence to their diet, supplanting their diet. They don't kill for fun, they kill for food. So before you worry about cats, that's what cats do, you know. And believe me, there's a gazillion pigeons. There was one yesterday, and my wife said I needed to go take care of it because it was on the road. I was in the middle of working, so I had to stop and go out there. And she said, you know, like it was crippled or something. I was like, what? So, well, when I got towards it, it took off flying. It flew all the way down the road, kind of low profile though, like, and then it stopped and was walking around again. If it can fly to get away from me, then it can fly to get away from other stuff. I didn't see it out there this morning. We do have 2 resident owls though. I didn't film it a while back, but I might have talked about it in the video last year or something when we were, my neighbor was trying to help us because my wife was worried about birds coming and eating the fish when we first put fish in there last year. And he set up a bird net, I think, just whatever, set up a really, a net across the back of the pond there, the kind where you can't really see it. It's made of like sewing thread or whatever, real small. Anyway, it did catch a couple little bats, which were really pissed off, by the way. I think I might have filmed one of those guys. But I went out there one morning and an owl was caught in there. He was upside down. And, he was alive, but he was like, I'm pissed. So I went and got my welding gloves. And I got him out of there and he was fine. I grabbed him and I set him free, whatever. Huge, these owls have like a 5-foot wingspan, whatever. But anyway, on the main road here with the telephone poles, every time we come home, there's usually 2 of them. One sitting on one pole and then one sits on top of another pole. Obviously, now owls are nocturnal, so they're out there looking at night into the rice fields trying to kill stuff. But I'll walk out there with my light. I'll keep the light off. I'll walk out there and then I'll see them up there, and then I'll shine the light straight at them, and they look straight at you, like looking into the light, like, what's up? And then if you move a little bit, they'll go, oh, I'm out of here, and they fly off again. But GoPro can't really get that, so they don't do good at night. No night vision on the GoPro. Don't think I found that video yet, but it's pretty cool, man. I like seeing them. I like the nature. That's the thing with the cam. When I dial in and look at the cams over the pond, other than watching the fish and stuff, you'll see a bird dive bomb into the water trying to get a fish or whatever. You may even see the snake on top of the water and stuff like that. You don't have to watch it all the time, but I think every day there's action. And certainly the birds, man, they'll start. This time of year is, rain season's ending. Everything is super green. All the trees are full of leaves, which means they're going to be full of birds. Birds getting bugs or whatever. They're full of birds. The birds are all screaming at each other, usually in the morning. And yeah, it's kind of cool. If you like that peaceful bird chirping kind of thing. And butterflies and everything else. Pretty cool. Anyway, I want to get that cam set up. Hopefully it'll work. That way, if it does, I haven't really spent any money on it. I bought that other cam a long time ago, last year, kind of for that purpose, but I couldn't figure out where to put it. And but with my security cams, should be all right. Well, let's go over there and take a look at if this is going to be 50 meters. It said 50 meters, man. And it's really small. These little lights are inside. It's not. I don't know. It's not a plastic tube, but it said waterproof, weatherproof. So it's just the wires. Do I have to put that in something? I don't think so. Anyway, I do have to figure out how I'm going to adhere it to the edge too. If I taped it, the tape would come off in short order, probably within a few hours in the sun. I have a staple gun, but I'm a little worried that, a staple gun I could definitely use on the bridge part, but the decking is high density cement board, basically, so you can't put a staple gun into that. How am I going to do that? I don't know. I don't want to hammer into the cement board and crack it or something. Well, what are you guys doing today? You hear that? It's birds screaming. All right, man. Let me get back at. Bacon. Well, I did get her done. I couldn't staple it straight down because this thing is so fragile. They're like thin wires to the LED, then the wires to LED, you know. And the wire itself is the, you know, is the conduit or whatever, you know. So it says waterproof, but I would think that a wire would rust, but I don't know what this is made out of. Maybe I'm gonna go look at it on the internet and see if Lazada has more information on it. But I did say it said weatherproof or waterproof or something. I think it probably said weatherproof. Waterproof would indicate maybe you're putting it under the water, but I could probably try that too. But it said weatherproof. That's pretty much why I bought it. But it may mean that I need to buy that plastic tubing that goes, you know, that it can be pulled through. But even that, man, how do you pull it through 50 meters? I have to get little things probably that you pull it through. I guess I could, you know, with a string or something. But if you pull, by the time you're pulling through all of it, it's a lot of tension, so you'd probably snap that cheap little metal wiring. Anyway, we'll see. I'll have to see how it goes tonight when the sun goes down. But at one point, I was, you know, I'd tilt the stapler so where it wouldn't flatten and pinch the lines. I would tilt it a little bit so that it would kind of go in at an angle. That way it leaves, you know, it's loose in there. I could just pull the tension, and I would tap it down a little bit behind one of the lights to prevent it from, you know, slipping back. But at one point I messed it up, and I shot the stapler. The staple went right through one of those wires and cut it right in half because it's just a piece of metal. So, you know, I twisted it back together, so hopefully that's enough to make it, you know, still connect with the power. But here's what I did. So here's the, you know, the solar, and it says on the back, it shows you on the back already that it's charging. And anyway, so I'm gonna let that charge, and then this is just a wire that goes to it so you can have the solar farther away or whatever. But I stapled it right to the top of this board, and I did that all the way down here along the bridge. And then when I got to this section, I just stretched it over here, and then this is, where is it? Somewhere in here. Oh, this is right here is where I buggered it up, but I just twisted it together, so hopefully that'll work. And then I was able to realize that on the side of this cement board, it's a little bit more porous. And so I was able to put the staples on the side. That's what I mean about making it loose. So it goes around the side, all the way around there, all the way around there, and it comes back to here, and then again, all the way down the bridge. So I'll be excited to see what it looks like. But check this out. I also have a whole bunch left over. So what I'm gonna do, this will be lit up too, you know. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let it, you know, till tonight, and then we'll see it get lit up. And then with this, maybe I'll just meander it through this stuff, across the back over here and meander it through that stuff. Or I could bring it back here and go around this whole tree or something with it. That'd be kind of cool. But for now, there's nothing else I can do with it. I just gotta wait till tonight to see if it's charged enough, which it should be. And if it doesn't come on automatically, I got my remote control over there. I'll just turn it on. And then I'll probably set it up though to be automatic, so you know, if I leave during the late afternoon, I come home in the evening, it'll be all lit up already. That'd be cool. And I'm sweating bullets out there. All the time it's high noon here on the Bannock. Oh my God. This shirt has cement on it, so probably wiping my face with cement. But yeah, I didn't have staples, so I only had like 5 staples, so I went over here to our friends. Hey, look at that, man. Have you guys seen my alligator? Oh my gosh. To our friend's office mate kind of store. I said, bro, you got staples? He's got like 100 different kinds. I thought, yeah. But I only brought him like my little sample. So he had to, you know, take a bunch of different staples out and measure it up. Is this it? Is that it? And we found one. So, oh, matter of fact, yeah. So I bought like, I didn't buy the whole box because I probably would have never used it in a lifetime, but he gave me 10 pieces, 10 rungs, or whatever you call them, 10 sticks of dynamite. That should be plenty. There were 4, or no, 8. There were 4 baht each, and I bought 8 of them. Cost me 32 baht, so less than $1. And I got 8 cartridges of staples from my staple gun. Now I know it would have cost me a heck of a lot more in the Western world, but well, that's a pretty cool project. Hopefully I'll wait till tonight to see if we can get the lights on, so include it in this video. I could walk out here and look at that snake trap again. I was going to do that when I was out here with the lights. See if there's anything in there. I left my snake pole out here, so I can check the bucket with that instead of sticking my hand in there or sticking a tree branch in there. Whew. It was weird. I don't know if from the sun, the heat, or whatever, but when I was out there on the deck, you know, I'm kind of looking over the water, right, while I'm looking on the side, putting all the thing, and all of a sudden I felt like I was moving like, or I felt like I was kind of standing still or something, and the world was moving. And I thought, well, am I getting too hot? Am I delirious? What's the deal? But when I stood up and focused, and what it really is that the wind is slowly blowing the current of the pond this way. And so that subtle current moving this way was what my peripheral kind of vision was picking up. And so it made me feel like, oh, whoa, is something moving? Is the bridge moving? Is it gonna fall? Yeah. So I had to check that out. Better get ready. I'll shine the camera down here just in case. Anybody in there? Hello? Hello? Soup yet? No? No. don't see anybody. Last time he was over here. No, you guys see him? Nothing. Oh, there's a bird. Remember I told you about the owls up there? So they sit up there, and the owls will kill all the birds and stuff. And check this out. There's a remnants of a bird right there. Usually I come over here, down at the bottom of the pole, there might be a carcass of a rat, maybe the feet or the tail or this or that or whatever. And the owl holding it up there on the top of the thing and ripping it apart with his beak. Ouch. And leaving, droppings. And they will, they'll stay here as long as there's food. They'll stay here. They don't need to migrate somewhere. We'll put this back. My wife gets out here and this green, flowering. It's not really algae. Well, probably a form of algae. But when you think of algae, you think of this green slimy stuff. And that's not what this is. This is like flowery stuff. And she'll come out in the morning and use the net and pool net, basically. Skimming net is what it really is. And she'll skim like 2 bags full of that green stuff, and she'll come over here and dump it in this pond so that the fish just eat it up. They love it. They just nom 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 nom. So it's all God. I wanna get out here in the boat. I wanna catch a fish in the boat and see if I can't fillet it out there. But I can't do it when the sun is high noon like this. I gotta wait till it's like 4 o'clock, so there's no direct sunlight on the pond. Much more comfortable. Or January when it's colder. But anyway, what else, man? I know there's something else I was gonna do today. I forgot. Oh, I'm gonna work on my that's right, I'm working on my electronics, my security cam setup, my nature cam setup. Well, why don't you let me go do that, and hopefully I'll have great success, and I'll get back at you with the updates on my nature cam and my evening lights. All right, back at you. Nice sunset, eh? I don't know if the lights come on. That's set up. I use my remote, but I don't know, man. I think I have to wait till it gets darker. It should be on, I think. I couldn't get the cameras going. I remembered when I took them out that I used to have 8 cameras, or I still have 8, but then my motherboard crashed and I had to get a new one, back in California, and the only one that was available was for a 4 camera. So even though I have 8, I can only use 4. So I did set that all up and got them up and running and stuff in my room. so that they work. But I still have to sort out. It took me all afternoon because I forgot the admin password. I had to go online, reset, and all that. Anyway, got it done, but I still have to figure out where it's going to be over here. I think I'm going to have to put it inside the shop house somewhere, the main box. And I may even have to hardline the box to maybe the wireless router that's in there, if I can, you know, with normal Cat 6 or whatever, so that it can be online, you know, other than just simply monitoring. It has like a 0.5 terabyte hard drive, so I got plenty of storage if I want to record stuff. I can go back and look, you know. Security also, in case, you know, somebody's stealing fish or something. We don't really get that here, but you know, hey man, everything happens for the first time, right? Let's hope these lights get turned on. I know for my other one it was kind of tricky. I'm just worried if the metal staples alter the current that goes, you know, down these skinny little lines. It might. All right, man. Well, if I get to show you, I'll show you. If not, enjoy the view. And I'll get back at you. Thanks for watching. Well, I think it's dark enough to test these lights. The sky's still on a little bit of fire over there. Let's see if I can get that first. Probably can't see me, it's too dark. You see that over there? A little bit of fire over there. Well, where's my lights, man? One. Oh, I see the lights, but it doesn't look like it's too bright. There's the lights right there. Let me see if I can put them brighter. What's number 2? There's like what do you call that? You know, there's 8 different modes. This one looks like it's pulsating. That one's pulsing faster. Those are tiny lights. I don't know. Well, those lights are lit up there. I can see they're lit up here. I do see that they're still lit up all the way over here. Yep. This is that part where I actually broke it. I redid it. It looks like that light is still lit there and there. Yeah. But I don't know, maybe maybe it needs more what's that? I'm gonna turn this off actually. Maybe it needs more solar charging. I don't even think it came with an instruction sheet, but looking at the remote, similar to my other one over there, it was that's solar too, by the way, that it had said, oh, you know, charge it for 8 hours, I think. And I pretty much, ooh, look at a million bugs right there. I pretty much charged it for, you know, better part of the day. Although, all things considered, direct sunlight was probably only a little bit. Anyway, maybe in a couple days. Maybe. What time is it? My automatic lights should have went on. What time is it? 6:25. Now they go on at 6:30. I should have had them set at 6:15. I had them set at 6, but my wife wanted me to set them at 6:30. which I did, but it's already dark out, man. All right, well, hey, I'm gonna go over here in the light so I can say, hey, thanks for watching, and keep watching for bugs here on the Monarch.